Yo, welcome back. Zykor here. And today in the archive, we're going to have another Shen Gaoren. We're going to take a look at a different role of this one. Because basically, in my original Shen Gaoren video that I put up, that I was in the role of destroying the monsters, and we also had a different method we were using to take it down, because we'd start in the second area. This one, I'm on cannon duty, so you'll get to see what it's like from a cannon user's perspective. And we also go after him in the first area in this one too. Plus, I also started using my switch axe in this one. And practically this is the only, I think one of the few videos I have of me using a switch axe. So you get to see some switch axe gameplay as well, because I thought, hey, why not? So, yeah, I guess that's what this Shen Gaoren video is going to be. So, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe as well, because that really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. So, we'll get into it. Okay, loading in here. There's a couple of special items that were in the cash shop that were kind of interesting down there. At the bottom, you can see there was like a little poogie thing. So, yeah, some interesting stuff they had in the cash shop. And, yeah, I usually used to skip that intro because, well, yeah, watching it every time gets to get old. Now, basically, firstly, when you come in here, you come and get the items out of the box. Of course you would. That's the usual. Now, we're going out here to battle Shen in the first area here. And I have my switch axe here, and he starts off using that right off the bat. And the first thing that happens is one of our guild members faints. That slam attack of his does a lot of damage, so yeah. You can see that's the first thing that happens. Now, some of the people that are in this one is just a bunch of our guild members. Haryaka, Big Cricket, Zoe? I don't actually remember a couple of them. I don't remember a couple of them too well. Big Cricket, Zoe, and Prowess I don't really remember very well. But, of course, Thup. Virtue, he's one of our friends as well. And then, of course, Dragon and me. And Haryaka as well. One of our good friends. Okay, so, basically, this hunt was done in July of 2017. So a lot later than my first Shen Gaoren video. And basically, my first Shen Gaoren video, you had to have 12 people in your party to be able to start it. Well, they had done a quality of life change to Shen Gaoren quite a ways after that. And they actually made it so that it could take 8 to 12 rather than always having to have 12, because, yeah, it was kind of a pain in the butt to always have 12 people, because, yeah, you didn't always have 12 people. There weren't always 12 people on. And sometimes it took a long time waiting to get some of the randomly assigned people in. Because sometimes they just, there just wouldn't be any, or they were, already in hunts or something like that. So mostly I'm using the sword mode on my switch axe here because, well, that's the only way I can hit Shen's non-red legs. But when I'm in axe mode, I can attack the red legs. Because the non-red legs have a lot more defense. Now I can't necessarily say I'm a master at switch axe, but I do like the switch axe. It's a pretty good pretty good weapon. And that's my super. So yeah, the supers in MHO were pretty cool. Of course, right here I figured I was better off reloading and then switching to axe mode. Or sword mode, I think. Thup fainted. No, Thup! Now, I guess I could give a little bit of Shen Gaoren history for anyone that doesn't know much about Shen Gaoren, because I don't think Shen Gaoren has been in many, if any, other games than some of the earlier ones, or MHO. But I don't know for sure. Leave some comments, let me know. But anyway, basically, Shen Gaoren is a big crab, of course, you can tell. Wow, I'm almost dead. And basically, the shell on its back is a skull of a Lao Shanlang. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I assume that Shen doesn't actually take out Lao. Instead, I assume they just kind of scavenge the skulls of ones that have already perished. And yeah, that poison beam here of his actually does quite a good amount of damage. But basically, I think Shen Gaoren is supposed to be like more docile. That's why sometimes it won't attack in some circumstances, but unless you enrage it, then it will. So that's just a little bit about Shen. I mean, I can't say that I know a lot about the lore, but that's kind of what I've known from reading some stuff. But I do know Shen Gaoren was basically one of the a new monster for the second generation of games. So I don't know if it was in MH2 or not. Might have been. Now Shen's gone on to the second area. So this is where I should be starting my cannon duty. And I don't know if I was probably pressing the wrong button there, that's why I crouched. I was intending to kick, and I didn't use kick very often in MHO, so I kind of got my keys confused sometimes. And I think I forgot to mention in my previous Shen Gaoren video, those little fires right there, those increased your run speed as you were running through here. So they were pretty handy. Now I'm going over to attack right now. But I do get on the cannons later. And I think this looks like this is my my Lao Shanlang switch axe, because I did have a Lao Shanlang switch axe. It's pretty cool. I kind of like the design of it. It looks pretty good. Now here I'm heading up to the cannons. Yes, Trizen's already on cannon duty, so he's already active, firing cannonballs. So basically, you go over here, you go grab cannonballs, you come over there, put them in the cannon, and then fire them at Shen's shell. Pretty simplistic, but when it breaks the barrier, then you have a chance of falling down. And one issue that was kind of a problem in MHO is that when you used the cannon and after you got off, it would put you in front of the cannon, so if you fell off, you had to run all the way back up, and I just fell off again. That I shouldn't even have fallen off of that. I don't know how I fell off that. Shen is probably already passed. Yeah, he's already passed the cannon area. So yeah, you can't hit him with cannonballs anymore. But then you basically can just come over here and jump. So you kind of had to come up there anyway. Didn't get to use all the cannons over there on that side, which is kind of too bad. If you could get a lot of the cannons used, you'd have a good chance at breaking the shell. Yeah, he likes to spit those poisonous balls at you. Yeah, see, that was a problem. It would put you in front of the cannon rather than behind it where you should have been. So I don't think they ever fixed that. Then you gotta run all the way back up, all the way around, just to get back there. Then hop over. Yep. Losing out on a lot of cannon time. Which, honestly, it doesn't look like there was a lot of people helping me cannon. Usually Trizon was on cannon duty. And then, yeah, sometimes if you accidentally hit E twice, or no, not E. Is it E or Z? Z, yeah. If you hit your key twice, it would basically take you out of it without using the cannonball. So basically you'd lose the cannonball. Kind of frustrating. But yeah, Trizon's here helping. We were both on cannon duty for this one. So you gotta run all the way over here, get up here. And then they had this little area you had to just kind of creep along because it's like you could easily fall off of it. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. Yeah, and that it's so frustrating. I doubt we broke the horn in this one because there's not enough people attacking the horn or using cannons. I guess I decided to come over here and start firing cannons. Because, yeah, you know, like, he was advancing so fast that... Yeah. He was advancing so fast that I just went on to the next one. Because it would have already been through before I even got back there. Sadly, I probably could have had enough time when I looked at it. Now, regular Shen Gaoren also has two lone species versions of it as well. Tepeki Shen Gaoren and Guren Shen Gaoren. And I'll put some links up in the corner of the video for you to go to those if you haven't seen them yet. And basically those are very unique variations. I should just say lone species, because lone species was a new species, like a new species or new variant in Monster Hunter Online. It was exclusive. So it was pretty interesting to have lone species. And basically, Guren Shen Gaoren was basically the fire one. And I just used my explosion in nothing. But yeah, Gurren Shen Gaoren was basically fire, had a lot of lava that he spits out, lava rock, and his legs would basically explode every time you attacked them if they weren't frozen. While Tepeki, on the other hand, Tepeki is the real defensive one. I think it has some of the same stuff as Gurren a little bit. I think its legs explode when you hit them on the ground, and you basically, I think you turn them red with some explosions as well, so that you can hit them. So a little bit different than Gurren. Gurren is probably the more unique one in my opinion. Tepeki is just more defensive, because yeah, it has a lot of defense, and Gurren has basically a lot of attack. So now we're in the final area. I'm going to head over and start cannoning, I hope. Should be. I mean, if that's what my duty was, then I should be cannoning right now. Tryzen heading up to the ballistas. Tryzen was probably on ballista duty. So, yep, starting on the cannons. Shen is making a beeline for the fortress here. It looks like I accidentally got pushed out of the cannon again. Of course, there was also another bug with it. Like these cannons right here. Sometimes you would, if you would gather cannonballs and come over and fire, sometimes it would bug up so that you couldn't gather any more cannonballs. So you basically had to ask someone else to start cannoning. It was, I guess, kind of frustrating in a sense. And it looks like I'm not able to fire any more cannons. Yeah. Yeah, that was a miss. So, attacking the legs. Always gotta switch to sword mode. Sword mode always does more damage anyway. There we go. Took it down. Looks like we didn't break the horn though, which unfortunate, but at this time I don't think we really needed the horn that much, because Shen Gaoren equipment at this time wasn't super best anymore. There was one time that the Shen equipment was pretty good, but you know how that goes in a MMO. The older equipment tends to get worse. Or not necessarily tends to get worse, but the newer equipment gets better than the older equipment, kind of outdating the older equipment, which is sad. Sometimes you wish they'd balance the stuff. So, yeah, I guess ending with an explosion. There we go. And yeah, I had to add some of our guildsmen as friends on there because I thought, hey, why not? I had a long friend list because of all the guildies we had. So we did pretty good. Was that a silver, I think? I'll have to see. But yeah, I did pretty good, just didn't break the horn, sadly. But I guess that's it for this Shen Gaoren canon episode. If you like this video, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. It really helps us out a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell icon, leave a comment, and of course share it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see Shen Gaoren in some future games. I'll see you next time.